Cost of home ownership, upfront and ongoing. Thinking about becoming a homeowner, knowing the costs can help you prepare for a successful home ownership. Whether you buy or rent, you can expect to have certain housing expenses. However, some costs are unique to purchasing and maintaining a home. These costs typically fall into 4 categories: upfront, closing, moving, and ongoing. There are 2 or 3 costs you should prepare to pay once the seller accepts your offer and before you close on a loan. These include earnest money. Earnest money acts as a deposit and demonstrates to the seller that you're serious about buying. This deposit is usually 1 to 3% of the selling price. Home inspection fees. A home inspection examines structural and mechanical systems while focusing on the property's condition. The buyer is responsible for the costs of a home inspection, which usually ranges from $350 to $500. The appraisal. This is an evaluation of a property's value based on its condition, features, and similar homes recently sold in the area. The cost of an appraisal is generally around $500. You may have to pay for it up front, or the lender may include it in the closing costs. The next category, closing costs, involves more than saving for a down payment. In addition to the down payment, you can also expect to pay 2 to 5% of the purchase price of the home to cover origination charges, to compensate the lender for the work they do to process your application, underwriting the loan, and other administrative activities. The fee is usually 0.5% to 1% of your mortgage. The percentage can go up depending on the amount you borrow. Service charges to cover fees associated with an appraisal, credit report pull, and other services the lender may require, such as a pest inspection. Escrow and one-time fees, such as homeowner's insurance, property taxes, and primary mortgage insurance. And in some cases, you may have to pay upfront association dues if you are moving into a community with a homeowners association, often called an HOA. Transfer taxes and recording fees are standard, but you might be able to negotiate who is responsible for these fees. They can be paid by the buyer or the seller. When you apply for a mortgage loan, the lender is required to provide an estimate that will outline the funds you'll need at closing. Make sure to ask questions if you don't understand the charges. Once you close on your mortgage loan, it's time to move into your new home. You'll need funds to pay for movers or a truck rental and utility connection fees and security deposits. And you may need to purchase appliances, yard equipment, furniture, or other household goods. You'll want to make sure your new budget includes the cost of standard utilities and a savings fund dedicated to housing-related expenses such as routine upkeep for things like landscaping, gutter cleaning, and HVAC filters, replacement of systems or appliances that cannot be repaired, property taxes and homeowners insurance if they're not escrowed, and association fees if you move to a community with an HOA. You can minimize the stress that might come with homeownership by planning for the upfront, closing, and moving costs. Once you're in the home, dedicate a portion of your monthly budget to a savings account to cover ongoing and unexpected expenses. Visit takechargeamerica.org or call 866-528-0588 to learn more about home ownership and other financial topics, and to get help with credit card debt, student loans, and more.